Hello YouTube, what's going on? This is Don Blue and this is going to be a team deathmatch on Downfall. The end of the game goes to absolute shit, basically. It actually started really well. At one point I'm a certain number to a certain number, and then loads of shit happens, and then I'm a certain number to a certain number. I won't ruin the score, even though I probably put it in the title, so I look like a dip right now. But anyway. I kind of figured, because it's as I'm sure anyone that does commentators will know, it's hard to think of stuff to talk about. But when a new game comes out, it's easy because you can talk about the game, give little tips and tricks, and that's all you have to discuss. Like, it's easy. You go on, you talk about the Time 95, you talk about the FMGs, you talk about how the ACR's got no recall, Bob's your uncle, and people will lap it up. But you can't really do that with no game. But you know, I think I can, because WaW for a lot of people wasn't really that played, and as it's so old, and I'm hoping to get some of you guys back into playing it, then I can give you some tricks. And what I'm using here is the best weapon in my opinion. This is all opinion, because the best gun in the game is MP40, but that gun doesn't exist. But if the MP40, which it doesn't exist, were not to exist, this is the best gun in the game. So, you know, if you were going to be picky, you know, you could say, well, Aiden, therefore, this is the second best. No, this is the best gun in the game. MP40 doesn't exist. There's no other way around it. This is the M1A1 carbine. It's good with all attachments. It has 3 attachments. It has the aperture sight, which is what I'm using. I used to call it aperture. Aperture? Apertoire? Aperture? Apertoire. The apertoire. I think it's that. Did I say that originally? I think I said apertoire. But, it's a single shot rifle, and I don't know all the stats on it, but it's pretty badass if you got a good shot. The other 2 attachments are the round drum, which makes it from a 15 clip to a 30 clip, and the flash hider, which is just a silencer. The flash hider I found makes the gun feel a little bit weak, and I prefer. I'm not really a massive fan of the iron sights, but I like how this apertoire. Like, every time I say apertoire, I'm gonna have to say it like that now. Apertoire. I love the way it's kind of really zoomed in your face. And it's really huge, and you can see how big it is. It like covers the most of your screen, but it doesn't impair your vision, and it gives you a real good feel and allows you to aim up multiple targets. And I feel really comfortable using that sight. And it's a really quick kill if you're aimed down sight already, and people will just drop like that. I don't think you could kill someone that quick with an MP40 at middle range. At close range, you're gonna get beat down. And I was a little bit annoyed because I finally, after 15 kill streak, got killed by a random grenade, which is a little bit annoying. But people just do drop. If you got a nice little shot, like I don't have the fastest trigger finger, and people do just die. And in terms of perks, I was using the bandolier, which you can probably tell from the bottom right, see how much ammo I got. That's just because I do intend on going on streaks, as the level of player we're playing against aren't as good. I don't really want to have to pick up other guns, because if I pick up another gun, it's an MP40, just because so many people are using that weapon. And I don't want to have to get a few kills with my M1A1, finish the game with the MP40, get like a really cool 30, you know, flawless, but most of it's MP40. You know, I don't want that. I want to be able to use the M1A1, the gun I choose, for the rest of the match, and that's why I use bandolier. If you're new to the game, though, and maybe you're not so confident on getting long streaks, but you do want to move around, then I'd suggest the bomb squad, because a lot of people use bays, and if you don't intend on moving around, I'd use bays. that sounded really hypocritical. I hate the bays, but like to be honest, they are so powerful. Just fucking go for it, to be honest. And they are really powerful. I'm using stomp power, like the go-to thing for semi-automatic rifles, just because it can. I'm not sure, like I say, about numbers, but I'm sure it'll make it one less shot. And with a semi-automatic rifle, one shot is worth more than for a submachine gun. So third perk, I think it's deep impact, because sometimes you have to spray for a wall. Sometimes there's like 10 guys in front of you, and you have to shoot through them all at once, and you just need that extra penetration power, you know. Look at me failing right there. Deep impact didn't help at all. But, you know, if it did, I'd have been happy that I had it. And, you know, the only other competition might be a steady aim, which I don't really think you need on semi-automatic rifles and dead silence. But, to be honest, because all the people playing it are little noobs, little newbies. And, oh, deep impact, can I deep impact him? Can I deep? No, okay, I'm just gonna, okay, fine. Aiden, you're making your Fuchi, you look stupid right now. The future you. I should go back in time and tell myself not to actually just shoot him through the wall, so I wouldn't look so stupid in my own video. But anyway, moving on. Yeah, it basically has no recoil, as you can see. Like I say, dead silence. There's no point using it because no one has headsets. Everyone's inexperienced. And when I'm playing, I don't have my headset on unless I'm talking to someone. I just have the sound come through my telly, and the whole aspect of sound whoring is pointless to me in this game. Not in others. Don't get me wrong. Just because the radar is so prevalent. Like if you keep it on the radar now, look how many dots there. And I turn on this guy merely because of the radar. I didn't hear him. Because it was just the fact that he was on the radar. And you can see all these guys. I know they're on the other side of the wall. So I turn around, see this guy's coming, and I think I pre-fire him. No, I managed to get a reaction, kind of ADS, messy, shitty kill, and then managed to get out of the way. But yeah, let's say if you've actually been counting my deaths, I think I have like 2 deaths at the moment. I'm about to get another 3. Yeah, it's kind of bad, isn't it? 3 more deaths. Oh, run past this guy, get him, and then I get sniped. So Mr. McSniper over there managed to get me, which does kind of suck, but. I don't know if you go. Like, click away now if you don't want to see me die. Like, because it's about to happen. About to happen a few times. But if you did enjoy this video, guys, please do give it a like and a favourite, of course. And also, I read every single comment, every personal message. And that doesn't sound like much because I don't actually get many of them. It's not like if I was some YouTube famous. And then I would have thousands of comments to read. In which case, I would still read them. Of course, I love reading comments. At the moment, I get 3 or 4, like max. Like me saying I read them all is really not that much of a commitment. But you know, I will read them all if you leave me a nice little comment in the bar below. So yeah, 35-5 ended. Kind of sucks. But if you did enjoy the video, as I said, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next part of the live session tomorrow. But this wasn't live session. But the next part is tomorrow.